Let's talk about the time Moon Knight got his shit rocked by some ghosts, then ran it back once he remembered who the hell he is. The best thing that ever happened to Moon Knight was that revamp where every issue was like a different cold case that he was dealing with. From superhero shit to gang shit to supernatural shit, Marc Spector was out there doing it all as Mr. Knight. On one case, the police called him in to deal with some ghosts that were attacking people at night, getting real rowdy. Moon Knight and his Mr. Knight persona rolls up clean as hell. He sees the ghosts that are dressed up like punks causing a scene. He's like, okay, and he's trying to talk them down like, hey, chill out with this. Oh, you're not even listening to me. Okay, well, guess what's gonna happen now? This! And we see Moon Knight punch the ghost, and his punch go right through him. And I sit here and I'm like, what? Do you usually punch ghosts and it affects them? But here's where I gotta respect Marc Spector because, yeah, why wouldn't his punch connect with the ghost? Have you seen what this man does with hands? He's an innovator of violence. Now, while Marc is confused why this ghost isn't face down on the ground, the ghost decks him and makes his head bounce off the hood of a car. His own car. Moon Knight's like, like, hold on a second. Then another ghost comes out with a chain, whips him in the back. Then they just start jumping Moon Knight, beating him down. First of all, he's rocking an all-white suit. Now you're making me get my own blood on my suit? That's not how this goes. It's always my ops blood. They whooped his ass. We then see Moon Knight back home talking to each of his personas and identities, thinking out loud, well, that sucked. I would have been like, hey, where were y'all to help me out? Because if you don't know, Moon Knight suffers from dissociative identity disorder, which is where different personas and identities share a body, which can lead to memory gaps between them. Moon Knight's talking to himself, literally wondering, why wasn't I able to touch the ghosts? Khonshu, the one that gives him his powers and he's the avatar for, tells him, you know why. They were ghosts, and you know that ghosts can reach out if they're angry enough and touch the living. I did, because he's the one that brought Marc Spector back to life as Moon Knight. Marc Spector is then thinking out loud, okay, so we got ghosts harassing people down in Midtown. They can touch me, I can't touch them, so what am I supposed to do? Get some holy water, put it in a super soaker, and just, I need a solution here. Khonshu just spits the coldest game to Marc Spector. He's like, for as long as we've been running together, all these years, you must have collected items from ancient Egypt, a civilization of the dead as much as the living. These folks mapped out the afterlife. They dressed their dead up to the nines for the world beyond and always sought ways to touch the untouchable. You got all this garment and armor to fight the living. How do you not have gear to fight the dead? We then see Marc Spector down in his armory of all these things from ancient Egypt, and he's like, I don't even remember buying all these things. Khonshu tells him, perhaps you weren't supposed to. We then see Moon Knight flying back into Midtown for round 2 with the ghost, and they look up and see him drop down, and once he's standing in front of them, they see Moon Knight's ready to clock the fuck in. First off, this is how you comic book. Moon Knight over here putting the fear of the moon god in these ghosts. And one ghost is like, let's talk about this. Moon Knight clocks it back, then busts this dude's melon. Seriously, dude's face looked like somebody dropped a honeydew melon. That one ghost comes in again with the Alice in Chains and he whips it at Moon Knight. Moon Knight breaks that shit, then punches dude's arm off. You know how much you gotta hate somebody to punch their arm off? Like, I'm not even gonna start with your face. I'm gonna start with an appendage. What's crazy is dude looks at his arm like, oh god, my arm. He looks back at Moon Knight. Moon Knight lets him know, hey, I ain't done yet. Man reaches behind his back and pulls out bone knuckles. Who think the ancient civilization of Egypt was with some sickos like, hey, I don't know, one day we might have to fight some ghosts. Bone knucks. Moon Knight punches a piece of dude's torso off, then knocks his block off. Spinning the block to knock your block off is wild work, but that's quintessential Moon Knight. The ghosts are looking at him and Moon Knight with the bone knucks tells him, hey, so here's the thing. I hate ghosts. These ghosts' sixth sense kick in and they run for cover. Moon Knight follows them back to their hideout to see how they died. And the ghosts are hiding from Moon Knight as he sees the layout and figures out what happened. It looks like one of their gang members got an attack of conscience and took them out before taking himself out. Listen, your hero don't hero like Moon Knight heroes. It was just so cold to see Khonshu tell this dude like, yeah, you fight the living, but I come from the civilization of the dead, man. You don't think they had something for that shit? And he had to go back in his bag to get them. This armor goes so, I need this in Marvel Rivals. I just love when a hero gets back in their fucking bag.